Does a new core make an old paddle feel better? Well, let's find out. So today I'm going to be reviewing a new but old paddle. I'm going to be reviewing the Rogue2 Carbon with the Ultra Gel core. So what's different from this paddle from their last Rogue2 Carbon is what they did is that they added more gel into the core, which if you didn't know, what's unique about this company is they add little bits of gel in the core, and it's supposed to help dampen vibration, make the twist weight a little bit higher. And I used to play with them for about 2 years. I kind of went away, you know, trying out different things. And as soon as this paddle came out, I was like, I have to do a review of it. I have to check it out. So what changed? What's the difference between the past paddle and this new paddle? So all they did is they added more gel to the core, about half an ounce of gel to the paddle. That's a lot. And you can really feel it in the swing weight when you go between their past version and this new version. But I don't necessarily think that that's a bad thing, and I'll tell you why. So with this added weight in the core, what this gave the paddle was it gave it more pop off the face. It made it just in the hands battles, you had a little bit more oomph, and that's what I really liked about it. And it just, with the more weight, it just pushed through the ball so much easier. With the past paddle, it kind of seemed like you kind of get stuck in a certain way, like the ball would kind of stay in the paddle. This one, it just shoots off, and it's so nice to have that feeling. And when you're in the baseline too, like with the added weight, your drives are just so clean. So with this half ounce increase in paddle weight, it gave it more control. When they added more gel, they spread out the sweet spot. You can really feel it, and it doesn't really feel like you can hit off center shots with the paddle because it's just, there's so much more room for error. And because this is a very thin paddle. These paddles are around 12.7 millimeters. You need all the extra help you can get, and that extra weight in the core just makes it so much easier to get balls over. The paddle just has it. What's more responsive is what it feels like. It just adds a little bit more oomph to the ball, and it adds more feel. You can really feel the ball with this paddle, and that's what I absolutely love. I've tried going back to thicker paddles, but as soon as I go to them, I'm like, dang, I miss the feel that I have. So the differences between the two, the specs. While the specs of the paddles are exactly the same, the Rogue2 Carbon just feels a little bit more awkward to transition to. The added weight just makes the paddle feel so much more comfortable. And I think that this is honestly a superior version. I think that they should stick with this. Everything is just a little bit easier than the original. I think that if you can get past the extra weight and the extra head weight, I really think that this paddle is going to appeal to more people because it's got a little bit more oomph to the paddle. You can push through the ball a little bit more, and it's just more forgiving. And when this paddle is so much more of an upgrade, and I feel like I'm so much more consistent with this paddle than the past version, and it makes this paddle feel a little bit more predictable. One of the reasons why I switched away from the Rogue2 Carbon for a bit was because it was a little too soft, and that made the paddle, to me at least, feel a little bit unforgiving. This paddle feels really good. I'm super impressed with it. I'm super happy with it, and I'm definitely going to be I'm definitely going to be playing with it a lot more. I have a tournament coming up in the next couple weeks, and I'm excited to use it. So would I recommend this paddle? 100%. I'd definitely say go try it out. And if you're a past user of the Rogue2 Carbon paddles and you had to switch away from one for whatever reason, I would say give this paddle a try. It is such an upgrade. I absolutely love this version a lot more than the original Rogue2 Carbon. I honestly think that this is how it should feel